it around his neck. No wonder Greyhound is a smart way to go. See, they have tickets that cost a fraction of what it takes to fill your gas tank, and they don't require collateral when you get on board.
Greyhound is the low-priced way to travel every day. Buy a ticket, get on a bus, and go wherever, whenever. Greyhound is the quick, comfortable, convenient, and low-priced way to get from A to B.
On Greyhound, I get a low-price ride and keep my offspring. Now that's a deal.
Visit Greyhound.com for up-to-the-minute schedules and prices. Go more. Go Greyhound.
A Circus Celebrity ticket to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus gives you center ring seating and a full 15 minutes of fame on the arena floor during the show. Tickets are limited, so get yours today at Ringling.com. Now in town playing Madison Square Garden from March 24th through April 10th.
Get in the zone. AutoZone. If you don't change your oil and filter regularly, you are sending your engine to an early grave. Get to AutoZone and keep your engine running like it should. Fact is, if your driving includes a lot of short trips, stop-and-go traffic, or near freezing startup temperatures, you need to change your oil and filter every 3 months or 3,000 miles. So get to AutoZone today. Change your oil and get more life out of your car. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Let's do it. If you got it. This is ludicrous. Hey. Let's Mr. A to the T exhibit. Disturbing the beat. If you got it. What's your name?
Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What you're here are about to witness the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it.
Allow me to reintroduce this queen. Representing from west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate to brag.
Ain't nobody
It is phenomenal.
Like the queen.
Right here.
who the brother is. So much drama.
From yo block to yo block. I heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Empty barbershop. Beauty salon.
Who the brother is. So much
Again and again. Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death. In the show.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it the win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Game Sheet of the Year Award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
Oh, Lord. You know, without my notes, I am no damn good. I took notes on some of the things that I wanted to talk with you about on today's show. And it's really going to be an exciting, great show, but I swear so many different things happen. Are you like this? Once you finish one task, you brush it out of your mind to clear room for the next task so you can focus on that. Well, me too. Damn, I forgot what I said we were going to talk about today. I know we got an astrologer coming up during the advice hour who is absolutely dope. I've given him ahead of time some of the celebrities that I want to know about, and so we'll be talking about that during advice hour, in addition to sharing some of your snafus. When you fax in today for advice hour, I'm encouraging you to put your date and your year you're born, and we're going to do questions that way as opposed to the telephone. Okay, and that's for the hour of truth. For advice hour. Today, I do remember that I wanted to talk with you about Pam Anderson. I do remember that I wanted to talk to you about Little John. I do remember that I wanted to talk to you about Rick James. Oh, gosh. That singer Mario. Who else? Oh, Demi Moore. The Desperate Housewives. Does that set you up nice? You see where we're going with this, right? Okay, it is what it is. It's the Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
There she go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the radio program. I'm so glad to be here today. I say that every day, right? But I mean that. I mean, where else am I supposed to be? Cooped up in an office? Making copies for my boss? Respect to those of you who do it, but it just couldn't be me. Like when I set out on what do I want to be when I grow up, there were certain criterias that I wasn't going to sway away from. And for some of us, maybe it's a little late to change careers. They say it's never too late. I beg to differ. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you made your bed, now copy. But for the younger people who this show is not made for yet, and still I appreciate you moonlighting here because it's the Grown and Sexy show. Make sure that you set certain criteria that you are not willing to deviate from. Like, I don't want to have sensible hair, and I'm not making any damn copies, and I'm not making coffee. So now, when I want to have fun, so here I use. That's why I always say I'm glad to be here, because I am. So anyway, we have an astrologist coming on today, or do you say astrologer? I don't believe in that. However, I have arranged for a little reading behind the scenes between commercial breaks. But yeah, no, see, here's my criteria for that. I don't want to know about health. Don't tell me watch my health because I'm already back and forth. I was at the dermatologist earlier today. I go to the doctors so often with a dermatologist, the GYN, my ear, nose, and throat doctor, who, if he sends me for a brain scan, then I got a CAT scanologist too, an MRIologist. All that stuff. So please, don't creep me out with anything health-wise. But there are a few things that I would like to know. I don't know that I believe any of them. However, Nicole, who works, who books the show, the celebrity guest, she got a reading from this guy, and she said he was dead on about so much. It's unbelievable. So, can I just tell you how an astrologist, you read in my book a particular thing that I went through, and you also know that I am pro-choice. With that in mind, can I tell you something? An astrologist told me that before I knew. 2 weeks later, I took the test, and I was like, I'll be damned. And I've been scared of those hocus pocus sorcerers ever since. You know what I'm saying? Told me. She said, look out, because if you're not ready, you better jimmy up. And I'll be damned if I didn't, take my little test a week later and was like, or 2 weeks later, and was like, damn, what a prediction. And as opposed to getting sucked into those soothsayers, saying, oh my gosh, they're good, or at least this particular one was good, or whatever, I ran for the hills. Don't bring that devil hocus pocus in here. But if you all are really into it like that, then when you ask, when you fax your advice about your job, your children, and so on and so forth, please include your date of birth and the year that you were born and whatnot. And my fax number is 866 Wendy Fax, because the sorcerer will be in here. Tana Hoy. Sounds like a crazy sorcerer name, doesn't it? Tana Hoy will be in here, and that'll be less than an hour from now for advice hour, right, Nicole? Carlos Watson, he was fabulous yesterday. You know that our Bachelor at Large, we're going to be playing the dating game. And where you fax in your dating resume, so to speak, we want to know things like, where were you educated? Because I'm not hooking Carlos up with an undereducated woman. I'm sorry. Now he didn't say don't do it. He didn't give me any criterias, but I'm not going to put that off on a man. And I know there are plenty of people out there who don't have higher education. I'm married to one, but I will tell who are good people. But I will tell you this. I'm not going to put, because Carlos is meeting somebody like, I'm just looking at resumes and stuff. I'm not going to set it up that way. He needs a woman who's pulling weight right along with him. So ladies, as my parents would call it, be heavy. I go to Harvard. Whoa, heavy, like that. So be heavy, because I'm doing the final 3 pick down. And I'm not a hater, but I just know that if this man spent all this time getting all his degrees and he's got his show on CNN and he's well versed, he does law. What is it?
Law,
politics, journalism, and all this other kind of stuff. And he has a steady show on Friday nights on CNN. And he's about 6'1" tall. And he's chocolate like Denzel with all the same beauty.
And he has big feet.
His teeth are gorgeous, and he does have big feet. I happen to glance down for you all. And he goes to the gym, and he keeps himself conditioned. You know what I mean? I'm not, and already we've gotten 100 participants in this. And we're only doing it until April 27th. April 27th, I'm going to stop the dating potential, and I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to take that weekend to look through everything. Send your picture. And I'm going to narrow everything down to 3, and then we're going to invite Carlos in, and we're going to play the dating game. And he's not going to actually look at you. I'm not showing him the pictures. He's not going to actually look at you. He's going to pick based on some more questions that we'll ask here in the studio. It'll be real fun. But be heavy. If you're not heavy already, then and he doesn't have children. And please be honest if you do have children. Now, I am not opposed to hooking Carlos up with somebody with children, because I know that there are plenty of women, or a woman with children, I should say, because there's plenty of women out there who are doing the damn thing and take care of their 2, 3, 1 child nicely. And you know what I mean? So, Carlos, if you have children, everybody, that's fine. Just be honest in your resume. Okay, in your resume. Well, it is a resume. He was voted one of the 50 most beautiful people in the United States or the world, whatever. People Magazine does that thing for 2004. So if you want to see more about Carlos, just go online to People Magazine, the 50 most beautiful people from 2004. He was on there. So I'm not hooking him up with a dog. I'm not going, despite what you might think, I am not assuming anything on size, because to me, it's more important that you're overeducated than that you're a 36, 24, 36. I'm not basing it on, tell me how tall you are too. And I'm not basing it on height. He's 6'1", and believe me, at 5'11", I'm not dating anybody shorter than me. That's one thing I would not do. So I totally understand. 6-footers, this man is for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm not basing it on natural hair versus woven hair, and light-skinned versus dark-skinned, and you know what? And I'm not even shutting it down to whether you're black or whether you're white. I'm going for the best woman, and one of my main criteria that I can think of off the top of my head is that you've got to be heavy in your education. A 4-year degree is fine, but please have one. Graduate school is even better. And a job that rings bells, that's the best. So, I'm sorry, I just don't, he could end up marrying this woman. It's not like he's close to marriage. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we hooked him up and he married? As it is, People Magazine put him on the list because they heard us gushing over him when he was on the show the first time around. He said that yesterday on the show. I thought that was so fab. Thank you, People Magazine. So, where are we going with this show today? There's so much going on. Angelina Jolie, she's got her super secret hideaway. Did you guys hear about this place? Well, first of all, she's staying between a bunch of different hotels at this particular point so that she can carry on her tryst with Ben Affleck and Brad Pitt, and it's still on. It is on and popping. It's not just a hit the skins and run. Oh, but I got 30 seconds on the break. I gotta continue on. We have to talk about Queen Latifah today, and Nas, Oprah. Oh, did I give you the website or the web address for Carlos? Nicole, Nicole, Nicole at WBLS.com. That happens to be our flagship station here in New York. Nicole at WBLS.com. Ladies, I'm taking until April 27th for your date resumes.
It's Wendy, man.
I just passed the NYPD exam. Prior to this, I got a manslaughter case. I stabbed my mom's boyfriend because he beat her up. Okay. I'd like to know if I should just tell them up front that I did that.
You're going to sound crazy.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Wendy Williams and Young Dirty Bastard.
With all due respect, Miss Cherry, and there's plenty of women out there like that. You sound like one of those mothers who doesn't let your boy be a man and take on a new family. Because his new family, Miss Cherry, you lived here's his family.
Yeah, he has.
I'm talking about when Dirty was alive.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I understand Miss Cherry, kind of stepping up, but not really. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we just wish that she would be more of a grandmother to the children.
Kids,
she don't call them or anything.
Kids, how do you feel about Miss Cherry? Come on, Young Dirt. Young Dirt ready.
Yeah, Young Dirty definitely ready. And she's real stupid right now. Man, if she was right here, I'd beat this out of her.
Oh!
I'll tell you right there.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, my grandma. She ain't no grandma to me, so put it that way. Ooh. This is Young Dirt Dog talking. Get him.
Young Dirt Dog's no liar.
I guess they going through their emotions, and this is how they feel. There's nothing that came from me. This is what she showed them.
She got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
So here we are, everybody. Boy, the faxes are coming in fast and furious. Regarding the astrologer coming in, that sorcerer coming in next hour. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Cherry Dirty Bastard will be calling. Miss Cherry, actually her name is Jones. Old Dirty Bastard's mother will be calling in the show today, and she will be on the telephone accompanied by her attorney. And so, because there's two sides to every story, and we heard Isoline's side. And I got a phone call from Jared Weiss, who's the attorney, and he said that Miss Cherry wants to tell her side. So what am I supposed to do? Say no? So I said yes. So expect that during the hour of truth today. In the meantime, shout out to Chico. I told you yesterday. Write this out. August 6th in Baltimore. Yeah, I know you live there. I see your facts. All right, you could call 888-491-ROSE. So 3 8s and then 491-ROSE for details. I'm hosting a crab fest in Baltimore. And Chico's already got the drop on it. And he heard me, say that I was hosting one. So you got it? Okay. Or else you can go online at rosetours.com. It's August 6th, though. But, they plan for things like that now. I've never been to a crab fest before. No toe is a toe jokes. Let's keep it moving. So back to this Angelina Jolie, right? And then I wanted to tell you something about Rick James, too. Ow. So Angelina Jolie, I forgot where I got this. I Xeroxed it, so I apologize. But it says she has a special setup to avoid prying eyes when she's with Brad, because it's still hot and heavy. For the past few weeks, the sources are saying that she's been living in an unnumbered, ultra secretive suite at the ritzy Raffles. Look, the name is too fancy for me, but at a hotel in Pennsylvania, where Brad has been seen. And check out the luxuriousness and the undercoveredness of this hotel. So she's registered as an unregistered guest. In other words, no name, not even a fake one. The hotel has 2 of these luxury suites, and most hotel employees in the hotel don't even know that the suites exist. They're $4,000 a night, and they're for the world's top movie stars, the top VIPs and dignitaries. And they're serviced by a small, discreet staff within the neighborhood, sworn to secrecy. And the guests enter and exit through a private garage, foregoing that front desk. Oh, I spy. Let me call the National Enquirer. Wow. But Angelina hasn't been completely secluded there because they say her mom has been living at the place for about 4 years. Not in one of those suites, but not in one of those dignitary suites. But, her mom has been living in this hotel for the past 4 years. And Angelina also has been getting regular tarot card readings and psychic readings, as well as spa treatments in her mom's suite. But as far as the little love nest that I guess she and Brad do, scandalous. Wow. So Rick James is gone, but certainly not forgotten. But he's got that renewed popularity, and they're saying that it's caused a number of theft problems for a politician in Mississippi. Well, In Hattiesburg, Mississippi, there's a city council candidate, and his name is Rick James. And apparently, all his ad campaigns are being defaced because of not defaced, but stolen or defaced because of the popularity of Rick James, again, through the Dave Chappelle show. At first, this Rick James politician said that, I'm going to use my name to help me get votes. Vote for Rick James, the stuff would say. And then he started dressing as, like in funky clothes and stuff like that. But he says that an estimated $600 in signs have been stolen. And he claims that only 10 remain. And there's just 3 weeks before the election. And he's blaming it all on his name. Then why didn't you call yourself Richard? Or Richard James? And then once you get into office, call yourself Rick. Oh, I got a celebrity spotting. I don't even know which America's Next Top Model this is. And no, I didn't see last night. And I haven't gotten any faxes. But do tell how it went down. I'll be watching the rewind of that on Friday. Because on Friday, I'm hosting a party in Mount Vernon. But I go home and, take a combination disco nap / catch up on, stuff. But do you remember Naima from America's Next Top Model? Was she black, white, tall, a mixed girl?
With the mohawk.
With the mohawk.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Well, she's working as a coffee shop hostess in the Union Square Cafe.
Yeah, I know. I've met her several times.
That's Star, one of our interns, who just got a mohawk. You met her several times? You've seen her down there?
Yes. Because when I saw her on the show, I said, oh my God, she has an identical twin.
Okay.
I've met both of them.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh my God, that's the girl from the coffee shop. She's on America's Next Top Model. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you go up to her?
Yeah, well, she's a friend of my friend, so we were introduced that way. Like, my guy friend was like, oh, Star, this is so-and-so. And I was like, oh, hi. And then when I saw her on the show, I said, oh, that's that girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing about these reality shows. Like, the illusion is that, even if you don't win, you go off and you make money. But the reality is people need their bills paid. Yeah. So she's a coffee shop hostess. Do we need to call the Union Square Coffee Shop and speak with her?
Yeah, but a lot of the celebrities start at the coffee shop.
Yeah, I know.
At that one? Yeah.
But the thing is that we had enough phone play yesterday with that damn Bobby Brown boy. Yeah. So what else? Well, Mario, everybody, is preparing for his summer tour. Did I tell you this already? I wasn't even sure whether I shared this with you. He's going to be touring with Destiny's Child, which is great. You should let me love you. That's the remix. Go on, Mario. That's hot. He looks like he's from the same tribe as Chris Rock. Mario does. Mm-hmm. So Pamela Anderson Stacked. When does that come on? It came on the other day. It came on last night.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, on the 13th. I missed it. I was at the comedy club last night. Well, apparently, that boyfriend of hers that she's been seen with, Steve Dorff, well, he's already allegedly cheating on her, being seen snuggling with his ex-girlfriend, Shannon. Her name is Shannon Click. Holding hands, her sitting in his lap. Oh, Pammy. Ugh. Keep it here, everybody. We're breaking. But Advice Hour and the Soothsayer coming up.
Wendy, man.
My brother, he's 28 years old, has 4 children by 4 different women. But this heifer called my mother yesterday. She's like, he got my sister pregnant. I want the money back for the abortion. The heifer showed up at my house with a receipt. I fell out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Yeah, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Okay. The psychic, the astrologer. The name is Tana Hoy. And is that a man or a woman? It's a gay white man? How do you know he's gay? Oh, he told you? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he's in the office right now, so he is definitely ready to read you, Miss Honey. read your numbers. But right now, I wanted to remind you to watch a friend to the show, Tavis Smiley. Oh, how I love Tavis Smiley. You know, he's as eligible. You know what, Tavis? I wish that you would let us play the dating game with you. Tavis is as eligible and qualified as Carlos Watson from CNN. I mean, they're just, to me, oh gosh, yes. Carlos Watson is better looking, but they both have sparkling personalities. And as far as I'm concerned, any woman worth her salt who calls herself a woman has moved past dead on looks and understands the beauty that lies within. But that takes growth. You know what? That takes growth, girls. You know. Nothing like a gorgeous man. Anyway, Tavis Smiley. He has a show on Channel 13. And it's late night talk. They say the way it's meant to be. I haven't seen it because I'm usually asleep at this time, but I got to check this out. It airs weeknights at midnight on Channel 13. It's Tavis Smiley. Look at Tavis gossiping and being newsy and entertaining and whatnot. Better work, Tavis. Tavis Smiley. Work your hustles at midnight on Channel 13. All right, that's Tavis, everybody. He's been to the show, so that's why I call him friend to the show. Tavis, we need another visit from you. Everybody in Brooklyn, what do they say? Brooklyn, stand up. Look for the Center Caravan at the WBLS Universal Block Party. Oh, that's big fun for you and the kids. Brooklyn, it's on Friday, tomorrow. At PS 9, 80 Underhill Avenue. It's the WBLS Street Team. We're going to be there. Well, they're going to be there at 3 o'clock. Obviously, at that time, I'll be on the radio. But 3 o'clock, and the Center Care Health Plan is going to be there. Look for that van helping you out, entertaining the kids. Block party at PS 9 on 80 Underhill Avenue tomorrow at 3 o'clock, okay? WBLS Universal Block Party. A lot going on. The spring is here. Yesterday I was coughing and hacking and I wore a coat way too light for how cold it was. It was so cold last night. So cold. And then today it's beautiful again. I don't get it. I woke up this morning. I thought for sure I'd feel like I was coming down with something. But before I went to bed last night, I took some... what are those things that I take that you drop? Airborne. Yeah. Okay. Dropped some of those in some water and took those and said, good night, nurse. Please don't let me wake up with anything. And I didn't. You know. Did I tell you about LA weight loss in this break? Okay, because I'm supposed to. LA weight loss, what can I say? I've just placed an order for lunch. We're ordering from Houlihan's. Yeah. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting grilled chicken. And I'm getting a side of vegetables. Oh, crap. Oh. That is just dead wrong. My parents, Daddy, why would you possibly be calling me? You know I'm on the air. Wait, excuse me?
When you get a break, call me at home.
All right, don't give the number. You're on the speakerphone. You know I don't know how to turn anything down. I'll call. Do I have to call you during the show?
Well, do you have a second now?
No, Daddy, I'm in the middle of a break. Daddy, I'm trying to talk about LA weight loss.
See the Grove Police?
No. That's fine. It's fine. Bye. My son called 911. Well, you know, he's talking about something that happened yesterday. The kids, and this has been something that's frightened me. I get in last night, and he had called 911. CeeLo told me all about it. But it's not that they're playing on the phone; it's that they want to see. They learn about this 911 in school, and then they want to see exactly how it works. So that's how it works. And I told him what I do: beat your behind. I will take your PSP away, and I will remove your TV from your room and put it in the garage for good. So, needless to say, there'll be no more of that. Anyway, what was I telling you about LA weight loss? Did I tell you what I'm having for lunch? Okay, just understand and please believe LA weight loss helped me lose 17 pounds. I lost it over a year ago. It's still been off. The habits that I learned on LA Weight Loss, I will use for the rest of my life, because it's not about a minute. They help you lose the weight and then, you gain it all back. No, you follow the plan, you work the plan, you got a one-on-one weight loss counselor. Mine's name is Diane. I don't need to see her anymore because I'm off on my own, girl. I've lost my weight and I'm keeping it off. But you too will have a one-on-one weight loss counselor, and you don't have to make appointments to see them. You go when you can, or you call when you want. You got to learn more about the plan. Work the plan, lose the weight, feel great. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's affordable. Did I tell you that? Okay. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss, baby.
Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, this is Ghostface.
What up, what up? Holla at your boys, Jay-Z.
Hey, yo, this is Busta Rhymes.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Okay. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. And it's advice hour right now. Our guest is about to come in. We have to clear up and make way. Sorry, everything's been, it's kind of a mess. He probably already predicted that. Here. There you go. Oh, here it comes, coming around the corner. His name is Tanahoy. And Tanahoy is a psychic Wait, come over. Nice to meet you, Tana.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you. All right, you are America's foremost psychic medium.
Psychic medium.
Okay, have a seat. There's your microphone.
Hi, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you, sir. All right, so a series of our listening audience, a few people have faxed, well, quite a lot of people, actually. We're not going to be able to get to all of them, but we'll get to what we can.
Okay.
First of all, explain the difference between
a psychic and a psychic medium?
Yes, pull your microphone up just a bit.
Okay. Oops.
There you go.
All right, thank you. There's a big difference actually between psychics and psychic mediums. I always say the difference is like comparing a brain doctor to a medical, a general practice doctor. The only thing they really have in common is that they talk about your future.
Got you.
So the only thing I really have in common with a psychic is talking about your future. Psychics work with feelings, impressions, emotions. Maybe they'll read the lines in the palms of your hand, or they'll look in a crystal ball, or maybe they'll interpret a astrology chart, which that allows for a lot of misinterpretation, because a lot of times it's like reading a map. If you look at it wrong, you can read it wrong and go the wrong direction.
Right.
So psychics a lot of times can misinterpret things. As a psychic medium, it means that I actually communicate, or I'm a medium between the spirit world and the earth plane. So when clients come to me, I can physically see their guides and angels behind them. It's like your best friend standing behind you and talking to me. So I always tell my clients, I'm like a psychic. If I'm really talking to your guides and angels, you shouldn't have to ask me anything. Put your questions in your pocket, because I should know why you're here. So my clients don't ever ask me questions. I just talk to them, give them the names of their guides or angels, and I just repeat back to them what I'm hearing. And about 10% of my clients come to me to talk to somebody who's died. You know, some of the more popular guys, John Edward, James Van Praagh, had their shows. They worked mostly just with dealing with people who had died. That's only about 10% of my clientele.
Where do you get your how do you become? Were you born with it?
I used to be a medium. I used to be an extra large, but now I'm a medium. That's what I always tell people.
Okay.
It's got a little humor there.
Yeah. Oh, you were heavier.
I used to be an extra large. But
Gotcha.
No, I wasn't heavier. But I was I was born with it all my life. I've always, I was a kid, and it was really weird. I remember telling my parents things that would happen. It was very normal in my house.
Yes.
I was the boy that always talked to invisible friends,
yes,
but never grew out of it.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And my great aunt was psychic. Her name was Lucy, and she was blind. And it was when I started doing this right after high school, I decided to kind of try this as I don't call it really a profession, it's a gift.
It
is.
But
I started saying, well, maybe I want to do this. I didn't know people would come to me for
Now, before we get started, because I want to ask you about celebrities, then we're going to go into our listeners a bit. Everybody, Tanahoy's in the studio, and is that your given name? Or
yeah.
Wow. And he's going to be here for the whole advice hour. But before we do this, do you have a website where people
I do. It's Tanahoy, T-A-N-A, like MontanaHoy.com. We're getting ready to change it all around.
T-A-N-A
H-O-Y.
H-O-Y.com. Now, can you read people?
Yeah, people can call in with. My clients are all by phone. I don't see anybody in person.
Do they find your phone number by going to the website?
They can go to the website or they can call the office at 614-444-6334. We'll get back with them and call them. They can set up an appointment.
All right, let's rock and roll.
I'm
Tell
ready.
us about Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Well, thank you.
Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you one of the things here that's going to happen. Whitney's going to eventually get her stuff together. She is going to get recovery.
Okay.
Bobby
is it going to happen with this particular shot that she's taking right now?
I don't know that it's going to, with addictions and recovery and stuff, that's a really tricky thing.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like peeling away layers of an onion.
Oh,
I think
gotcha.
it happens step by step. So to say, is this time going to be the one? I think I feel more comfortable. I can say for sure she's going to eventually come to a point where she gets sober or recovers from drugs, alcohol. He's always going to struggle in and out. But for some reason, my guides show me this very interesting connection. It's like, I don't want to say toxic. I would say at one time their relationship probably was very toxic.
Right.
But now I think it's more karmic. It's past life why they're together. So she's going to stay with him through this.
Oh, wow.
I see him eventually getting it together a little more. But you're dealing with the macho male, the yang energy, and the feminine yin. So she's going to always, she's going to come to a little quicker than he does.
I was going to say, you see her getting strong and then helping him get strong, and they will not divorce. They will be.
I see them staying together, and I don't know if she helps him more as an example by him seeing her, because I really feel there is a lot of love there. But when you throw addiction in the mix of love, it all gets crazy.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about. Do we care about Brad and Jennifer? Do we care? Okay, I care about Angelina Jolie. Give us a little insight into this woman as it relates to Brad Pitt.
What would you like to know exactly? And what area are you talking about?
Are they involved? What connects them?
This is kind of one of those things where they've come together and now they're apart and all these kind of things. And I just really see this isn't really going to go anywhere long term. In the end, it's really not going to be anything that's going to ever come to be anything at all. Very serious.
Okay. Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. What about Oprah? I love Oprah.
We want to know about her. I guess what I want to know is I want to know more about her love life.
Well, I can tell you about as far as her love life. I don't really see a lot of anything or changes in her love life. When I think of Oprah, when I focus in on her, the first thing that comes to me, the vibe I get isn't about her love life. It's about her intelligence as a businesswoman.
Okay.
And I see that she's just going to grow. I mean, how could you have any more money now?
Right.
But I just see it even growing more. See, the energy I get with her is she's somebody that loves challenge. She's not about the money. She's about the challenge, not being bored.
Right.
And she's going to really surprise us over the next couple of years with some things she gets involved with. It's either going to be with the magazine industry or TV, but she's going to do some concept or idea because of something she's done that's really going to change the whole direction of how that is continued to be performed or viewed.
Tanahoy.com, TANAHOY.com. Do you know enough about Barack Obama to let us know whether he'll have a viable campaign for the next presidency?
I can tell me what's going on, and I can tell you about it.
Okay, we'll move forward.
Okay, we'll move past
Michael Jackson, because it's easier. Everybody knows what's going on with that. In your opinion.
No, I mean, what my guides tell me. Of course, anything I get comes from my guides or my angels. I can tell you what my guides, I've meditated a lot on this.
Okay.
And my guides tell me he's guilty. He is guilty. I don't think Michael Jackson, my guides don't tell me he's gay. They tell me he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile that likes boys, and there's a difference. But my guides tell me also, before I came today, it was interesting. I just saw something and thought of him, and all this stuff started coming to me. Part of what all this surgery and things my guides tell me about is kind of almost like recapturing this Peter Pan syndrome. Kind of like becoming like a Peter Pan.
Yes.
And there's the boy in him that wants to maintain this kind of magical fairy tale quality. And you probably, if we got into Michael's heads, my guys show me he's got a lot of kind of Disney type fantasies going on that's connected with his sexual behaviors or attractions to boys.
You think he'll go to jail?
I don't see Michael Jackson going to jail. My guys do not show jail with him.
What about pleading insanity and perhaps?
There's going to be money. I mean, one thing I'm going to say is there's going to be monies paid. Finally, his attorneys are now starting to do what they should have been doing, and that's discrediting these witnesses and making them look kind of crazy, like the mother for welfare fraud.
Right.
And things. We're going to see more and more of these things. These are the things that are going to get Michael off. And there's going to be some monies exchanged and some deals made that we're not even going to hear about. But when the laundry's all washed and it's all said and done, Michael Jackson is not going to go to jail.
But even though he's not going to jail, your angels are telling you
he's guilty. I mean, money, like they say in America, money can buy anything.
That's right. So, do you know enough about Puffy to just let us know what's in store for him? And I want to know marriage. Will he ever marry Kim Porter? Do you need more on the situation?
I don't really see them getting married right now. I keep feeling like this is a good connection. Like, sometimes people come to a point where they realize that marriage and a ring is just a piece of paper.
Yes.
It's what's in your heart. The Buddhists have a ceremony, and they don't exchange rings, they don't do the same kind of vow and exchange rings. They do a ceremony of the heart. And this is more of a ceremony of the heart. My guides are making me feel like they've come to an understanding that it's about what's there. And if it lasts, it lasts. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm getting a sense that he's just more tied into what's in the heart and the connection with people rather than the ring and the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. Because although I am married, I definitely respect like people who do that long term. I just couldn't be like Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell.
Right.
I have a big respect for that. Is Little Kim going to go to jail? What kind of time and what's
Little Kim, I don't see her going to jail.
Okay.
Now, again, I feel that there's some people in her little entourage that are going to go to jail. Little Kim is going to end up, it's not even going to be a Martha Stewart type sentence.
Okay.
She's going to end up doing some probation or some time or whatever. Regardless of whatever happens, she's one smart woman. And she's surrounded herself with the right team to help her through this. I mean, attorneys, different people. If she hadn't surrounded herself with the team that she did, no, it would be a whole different outcome. Oh. But she's not dumb.
Go Kim.
So, sometimes what we see on the outside isn't what's on the inside.
Yeah, all right. Well, go Kim, because we've all had you pegged for a good year or 3.
No, I don't really see her doing it. Maybe some probation or something, but I just don't see her going to prison.
Okay. Have you ever been called in on anything that we know of?
Well, I can tell you one of my juicy predictions.
Okay.
I was walking down. I just wanted to say Marco Gage is my publicist. I love him to death. And I was walking down the street with Marco yesterday. And I said to him all of a sudden, I said, you know what? I said, I got a prediction for tomorrow. And he said, what? Because I don't always follow everything going on all the time.
Yes.
And then I didn't realize, I said, there's going to be another R&B. There's an R&B singer they're going to discover who has had a fascination with 13 and 14-year-old girls. And it's going to come up again. He's going to get caught again. And he named somebody. And I said, well, I'm not going to say it's who it is. I'm just going to say it's that my guides told me 13 and 14-year-old girls. There's someone with 13 and 14-year-old girls. And he told me this name, and I said, well, someone that's been involved in this in the past, it's not over. It's just not over.
Are we talking about R. Kelly?
I'm just going to say there's an R&B singer.
Is R. Kelly going to jail?
No, what I'm saying is...
No, but I'm asking you separate and apart.
I don't see right now. I think there's going to be some kind of serious repercussion with this. I don't know if it's jail or not. What I mean, I don't really know. All my guides show me is it's going to happen again.
Wow.
There's an R&B singer with a thing with 13 and 14-year-old girls, and it's going to happen again. You can't teach an old dog new tricks always.
Oh. Well, Michael's an R&B singer, but he doesn't like 13
No, he doesn't like 13 and 14-year-old girls.
Wow. All right, everybody. His name is Tanahoy. Tanahoy. People in your profession scare me, I have to say.
Why is that?
But I told a little story
That's
earlier.
the same problem I have in my love life. I was scared people. I'm just kidding.
I can imagine. See, I can't even joke with you. I can't even joke with you.
You can joke. You know, I've actually met people and shook their hands. I told them what they did. They got up and they left. And I want to tell people I'm not a mind reader. Mind reading is different than being a psychic medium. But people think like I just know everything about you. Outside of when I'm not meeting with clients, I'm just a normal person.
No, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I just am a normal, everyday guy.
All right, you guys, we're going to look at your faxes, the normal, everyday Joes and Joannes who listen to the show. No more celebrity predictions. I've got a stack of faxes. And if you go, I guess I have enough, but I guess I never have too many. I need your date, a simple question, not a whole story, your birth date.
And I'd like a little bit of the story. I mean, sometimes it's a little interesting because then people call in, someone says, tell me about my love life, or tell me about my love life. Tell us maybe a little bit about what they're doing, what they want to know exactly.
Okay, exactly. All right, 866 Wendy fax, and I'll take my reading in the other room.
Oh, you got it.
All right, anything but health.
It's Wendy, man.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi.
My boyfriend gave himself a wet smoothie or whatever. He said he almost burnt his off.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Art got the laser surgery, and now he's walking around with the only Stevie Wonder Ray Charles glasses on right now. Yet Dave, the cornball that he is, with his tight sweater, Dave says, "Yeah, I gotta call the doctor and get another pair of those glasses." I said, "Why? Do you need them beyond the surgery?" He said, "No, but I like the way they look." Now, these are medical glasses, and Dave trying to sport them like a pair of Gucci frames.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Well, Wendy. I was at the Laugh Factory last night, and I must say, I was pleasantly surprised, Wendy. Wendy, I was the one who said hello to you when you were outside with your bodyguards. Walking around like I'm Diana Ross. But see, you know what? You might wonder like why that is, because you're not going to just step to me any way you want. It's not my fault that you're a platinum rapper and that your baby's mother had to call the show and that you participate in homosexual activity and it's been aired. I'm just giving an example. You're not going to see me up in the club and just step to me any way you want. That's why. I'll give you a lot of mouth and all like that, but in case you decide to jump up, you will get stepped to.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Okay, everybody. Coming up for the Hour of Truth, we're going to be speaking with Old Dirty Bastard's mother, Cherry. But in the meantime, we have this America's foremost psychic medium in the studio, and his name is Tana Hoy. I will continue to give you his telephone number and his website, but first let's address many of your faxes. Dear Wendy, I've been with my child's father for the past 6 years. We have a 3-year-old baby. I was fed up with our relationship not going anywhere as time progressed, so I broke it off with him about a month ago. We have a significant age difference. He's 32, I'm 24, but that isn't the issue. The problem is that I have taken him back recently. Prior to that, I met someone who I think I'm in love with. There is no birth date here.
No, they don't need a birth. I was just going to tell you, before you even read that last part, the first thing I was going to tell you, well, that's fine, but she's met somebody else. So then you read that. I wish you had read that, because that's just what I was going to tell you. Thing is, with this guy, he's been cheating around on her, and he's got a drug problem. He's got a major drug problem, and she needs to deal with that and address it. This guy is kind of a loser. He's not the right guy for her. And she needs to go on with her life. She's got some issues too. See, she has got a pattern of reattracting these people over and over, these same kind of relationship patterns. Even though she's young, this isn't her soulmate. Neither is the guy that she met. Just a temporary distraction.
Okay. Wendy, my name is Yasmin, and I recently started spending a lot of time with a guy that I've been knowing for about 5 years already. In the past, we've gone out casually a few times, but nothing ever developed between us. Throughout the 5 years, we have bumped into each other on several occasions, but again, nothing ever developed. We both believe it was a timing issue. We just weren't on the same page. Now that we have bumped into each other again about 2 months ago, we both believe that it's fate. and that we should see where it's finally going to go. This is from Yasmin in Irvington, New Jersey. Are they compatible? He
Yes.
is a sweetheart, a good father, and a hard worker.
That's her soulmate. They need to be together. I don't know what's causing them not to be together, but she's cheating herself not by being with this guy. They've had 2 or 3 opportunities. If they don't take this one, it's not going to present itself again. They had a life together in Rome. And he was a slave, and she was some kind of involved with the Roman Empire, and they could never be involved because of the class differences. They've come in this life to be together now.
Okay, good for you, Yasmin. All right, this person simply signs listener in New Jersey. Wendy, I'm a freelance writer and would like to know about that. I would really like to write full-time, more or less work from home in that profession. The birth date you don't need. So.
No, I don't need birthdays. One of the things she needs to do and think about, if she hasn't, is writing children's books. She's going to find her passion in children's book, writing copy for advertising. I would encourage her to get hooked up with an advertising agency and do freelancing. She will soar.
One of the girls, can you pass me the rest of the faxes? Wendy, I'm a Hispanic male who works in the accounting field for a law firm. I was wondering what you see for me this year as far as my career and my love life. The person I'm seeing now is wonderful, but can you tell me if my ex will pop back into my life romantically, or will we just remain friends? Thanks.
They're going to remain friends, but she needs to deal with the guy at work that kind of flirts with her or makes her feel uncomfortable. Because my guys tell me there's somebody in her office.
This is a Hispanic male. His name is Sam.
Okay, well, there's somebody in his office, and it's a woman that is... Like, no. He said his ex is a girlfriend?
Yeah, yes.
His girlfriend, his ex-girl. Oh. She's got somebody in her office that's sexually harassing her.
Oh.
She needs to deal with that first. Oh. No, they won't get back together, only as friends. But there's somebody there that's really causing her some very uncomfortable... There's a lawsuit there.
Okay, Tanya asks her question, do you see me getting married in the future? Any vision as to how I will meet him?
She will get married. I wish I knew how old she was. It's going to be about...
April 8th, 1960.
Okay, 60, so that makes 70, 80, 90, 20. She's 40, what?
44, 45?
48 years old. She'll be married.
Ooh.
She'll meet her soulmate at 40. She's an old soul. Old souls don't usually meet their soulmate till about 50 years old.
Zoe, it's a long, hard row. She's got one of our interns, old soul that she is.
Old souls are smart people. They're about career in the beginning, and love comes later.
Oh, Zoe. How old are you now?
22.
Hey there, lonely girl, for the next 22 years.
No, she's going to have twins. Zoe's going to have twins. No, you're going to get married about 29. You'll have twins, twin boys. They run in your family, don't they? Who's got twins in your family?
I want twins.
Who's in your family who's a twin?
All right, look, read her in the office.
Oh, okay.
This is Elena Ross, and Elena Ross says, I'm into music, and I've been working diligently towards my goal to the point where I feel sick to my stomach when I think I'm not going to succeed. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get very discouraged. My question is, should I continue to pursue my music, or should I concentrate on plan B, which is to finish my college education, which I'm already doing, but my heart is not into it. That's from Elena.
Music is not where it's going to be for her right now. She needs to not do plan B. She needs to do what's in her heart. But if she's focusing on music, it's just going to turn into be a dead-end street right now. She should pick that up in about 4 more years.
Okay, my fiance died of cancer last year, and I've been in a slump, and I need to know what's in store for me. This is from Chrissy, a female born in 1966.
He is around her. He watches over her a lot. As a matter of fact, she probably feels his presence all the time. It's just a mourning process. I mean, right now what she's really just going through is normal. She's just mourning and she's healing. I say in about 6 months, she's going to meet someone that's really going to kind of surprise her and distract her from what she's going through right now.
Now, does that necessarily mean it's going to be a male romantically, or perhaps a great female friend to take her out,
Yeah, I see more of a male, a romantic kind of thing coming along.
All right. Shout out to Lonely. Lonely says that I'm faxing because I want to know what's going to happen to me romantically and professionally in the coming months. My birthday is in 1978.
Okay.
Do you have enough information on that?
Yeah, that's fine. No, we'll go to the next one.
All right. What is the timetable looking like, Artie?
We got a minute.
Oh, gosh. All right. We're down to a minute. It's not even worth it.
And a half.
All right.
Any parting words? Or should I use it? All right. Darn. Should I use it?
Go ahead. Let's use it.
All right. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. All right. Oh, this one's too long. Okay. Wendy, my husband's, all right, we have legal matters pending with a former employer, and I want to know the outcome. Is it going to be positive for us?
It's going to be very, very positive for them.
Oh.
Very positive. I'm glad they are pursuing this. Are you planning to get a pet like a dog?
We just got rid of a dog, and I gave it to Arthur.
Okay, because there's someone with a dog around you. You sure you're not thinking of getting another one?
Yeah, we just did last week, and his name is Goddard, and he's a robot dog.
Okay, I was going to say, you're getting a little lap dog that's going to be coming to you. That's why all of a sudden I saw this little dog come to you.
Goddard, like Jimmy Neutron.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's going to be a great pet.
We have 30 seconds. Is this? How's this show going? This radio program?
This show is going to go great. You haven't seen anything yet.
I think that I need a bomb. Is everyone in this room somewhat trustworthy?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, there's a snake in the grass.
Get the hoe. Get the.
Wendy, man.
My brother, he's 28 years old, has 4 children by 4 different women. This heifer called my mother yesterday. She's like, he got my sister pregnant. I want the money back for the abortion. The heifer showed up at my house with a receipt. I fell out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.